So with so much time in our hands, I wanted to share a quick productivity hack. So this is basically the concept of a lifetime and dead time. So there are two ways we spend our time. One is a lifetime, the other one is dead time. So this concept was popularized by modern philosophers like Ryan Holiday, Tim Ferriss, and it comes from Stoicism, right? So dead time is basically when we go about our days, being random, impulsive, and reactive, right? Being not intentional about our time, randomly scrolling through the news feed and giving into distractions and not knowing, where the time is going, unconsciously letting the time bleed out, at the end of the day, we have no idea where all these hours went. So that's the dead time. Other one is a lifetime. A lifetime is basically when we are productive, when we are doing something that we like to do, when we are more intentional about our time, and when it's grounded in strong, solid priorities, right? So that's a lifetime, right? So that time is something that we all fall prey to, and it's actually easy because we don't need to think. We just need to randomly go about our days, and we'll end up wasting a lot of time, which is so easy. But the thing is, at the end of the day, we feel bad about it. We don't feel good about ourselves, and we start wondering where all this time went. And with so much time to ourselves when we are indoors, right? So if you think about it, we have 168 hours in a week, and even if we sleep like 8 hours every day, that still leaves us with 112 hours every week. So what are some of the ways we can utilize, all those hours and put it to good use? Do things that fills us up, do things that makes us feel productive, make progress on our goals, or it could be spending quality time with loved ones, right? So that is a lifetime. So now is the time to maximize a lifetime, do things that we've always wanted to do, and minimize that time, right? Being more intentional about our hours, right? So there are some of the ways we can do that. We have to get started with a powerful morning ritual. So what we do first thing in the morning is very, very important, because we set the tone of the day first thing in the morning, right? So first thing is we have to get into a peak state, let's say by exercise, meditation, feeding our mind through books, audio tapes, or things like that. And once we are in a peak state, once our internal story is positive, we have to set the priorities, set an intention for the day, let's say 3 to 5 things that we are going to do for this particular day. So once we are clear on what we are going to do for the day, we basically divide the day into chunks of time, like hourly chunks or 2 hourly chunks, and we define the task for each chunk of time. So this way we are intentional about our day, and we are grounding ourselves in priorities first thing in the morning, and that will enable us to be intentional throughout our day. And we'll cease to react randomly to random events from our environment, and will not be randomly going about our time and just wasting it unconsciously, letting the time bleed out from under the covers. And at the end of the day, we'll not be left feeling empty and not in charge of our life, with low self-worth, right? So we want to maximize these hours that we have while we are indoors, right, by being intentional first thing in the morning, and then dividing our days into hourly chunks and defining the activities for each chunk, and then at the end of the day reflecting on how we spent our day, and then repeating that all over again until it becomes a muscle, it becomes a way of life. And while we are indoors, we have to be more productive, right? So this is a short, quick productivity hack that I thought I'll share, and be more intentional about your days, about your time, and minimize bleed time, minimize dead time, minimize unconscious random times. So that's all I wanted to share, and let me know if this is working for you. Until next time, take good care. Bye bye.